Hey guys, in today's video I'm gonna show you really simple 1 minute scalping strategy. Of course you can apply it for any kind of time frame. I believe it's really simple and it can help you tremendously, especially if you're having the FOMO or if you're feeling the trend is basically going without you. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you step by step how I entered my recent trade on 1 minute time frame. But don't worry, because the principle applying for any kind of time frame. So it was the weekend, I log in and this is literally what I saw in the chart. So first things first, I need to zoom out to see what the high time frame doing. So that's basically what I did, and as you can see, we obviously having the bearish trend. We making lower lows, lower highs. So because I know we still trending to the downside, we having the bearish structure, I zoom in a little bit. I basically saw some recent high, some recent low, and as you can see, we breaking all these minus structure to the downside. So again, we still having the bearish trend. At this point, I'm watching the 15-minute time frame, and to be fair, right now, if I would like to enter the short, even if I would do a short position like this is really significant drawdown. So I either need to wait or maybe just go to the lower time frame to kind of refine my entry. And this is literally what I did. So since we know we trending to the downside, we can potentially breaking some specific lows. So for now, let's go to the 5-minute chart. And what can actually help you a lot is basically marking the highs and the lows that breaking the structure to that particular upside move. So as you can see, we having the highs, we having the lows, so we breaking the structure to the upside. So to be fair, we having some recent low right here. We are retracing lower, we breaking the structure once again. So this is my recent high, recent low, and we pushing price to the upside again. We are retracing lower and breaking the high again. So this is my recent low. So basically with the current price action, I like to mark these specific lows. So let's do that right now. Perfect. Now we mark all these recent lows, and if trend remains bearish, we can anticipate all these lows will be broken, but we don't know that for sure. So basically, if I want to enter the short right now, I need this specific low to be broken, because we can also have some reaction. So we can go to 1 minute time frame and let's see what the price will do. And as you can see, we basically reacting to the specific low, but I would still hire a lower prices. And as you can see, we having some reaction. We tap right here, basically pushing price to the downside, and here now we break this specific low. However, as you can see, this is not the strong full body candle. So at this point, I still need to wait a little bit longer to having a stronger break of the structure, because at this point it also could be the liquidity grab. So basically, as you can see, now we having the high highs, high lows. So a lot of people would be a little bit confusing, because this is a bullish structure, right? We having highs, we having lows. Now we breaking to the upside, so we potentially gonna push price a little bit higher. And to be fair, you could be correct, but however, this is 1 minute time frame, so you need to switch to 15-minute time frame to basically see the bigger picture. And obviously the bigger picture is obviously bearish. So now we go to 1 minute time frame again, and now we finally breaking the structure to the downside. So since we break this specific low, we can expecting the price will likely to rate these specific lows and potentially also sweeping this low right here. What I would need to see at this point is I need to either see some 50% at least retracement, or I would love to basically see another break of the structure and retracement, and I would be basically entering on this specific price action. So as you can see, this is literally what I was expecting, or I was waiting for. We having some low, a little bit retracement, and now we breaking the structure once again. So basically on this specific swing, I could anticipate based on the 50% retracement to go short. So I'm gonna wait also a little bit, and as you can see, now we're pushing price a little bit higher. Perfect. So at this point, I would not suggest you to open the short trade for many reasons. Reason number one, we can still retrace a little bit higher, because I have no idea if we're gonna hold this specific supply zone. The second one, this small push is not the one that break the low. What the break the low was basically this swing low and this swing high. So the 50% is still about these recent high. And to be fair, there are a lot more reasons, but I don't want to bother you or make this video a little bit too boring. So if you want to learn a little bit more and maybe trade with us, you can join the Patreon. Links will be in in the description. If we following the indicators, we having some sign of the weakness, so we gonna wait a little bit, and I'm gonna either use the RSI or the Womanchu indicator, which we spoke about in the recent video, and I'm just gonna be monitoring the price in case we will push price higher. But still, again, as I said, I would favor lower prices, so we will play the price a little bit. And as you can see, we pushing price to the upside, and if we're not gonna break this high, based on the indicator, what I'm basically seeing is we could have potentially some hidden or the bearish divergence, also because I'm basically seeing some trend significantly weakening, even though we trying to push price a little bit higher. Basically the same with the Womanchu, we having the money flow in the red one, and if we would push price a little bit lower, now I would be basically having my trigger entry, which to be fair I basically did. But based on the Womanchu, you would wait one more candle right here. So let's say we would enter the short right here, and I would put the stop loss slightly above this specific high. So based on the indicators, we quite confirm we likely to not push price higher. We can hide the indicators, and now we're gonna ride basically the trend. What I would basically suggest to go to a higher time frame and see where the price currently is. So at this point, I would be likely targeting this specific low, which to be fair can give you 2 times risk reward ratio, still solid trade. But basically what I was targeting is, so I was targeting this specific low as some sort of taking partials, also because we're having some relative equal lows, which also can be some sort of magnet to liquidity. I also made a couple of videos here on the YouTube about the liquidity, so you can check it out. Or as I said, you can find much more in the Patreon. I would like to see this specific low to be broken in order to continue the price lower. And as you can see, we tap the downside, so perfect. I can still have confirmation that we basically having the lower highs, lower lows, and we could potentially trending to the downside. So I'm just gonna fast forward price a little bit, and as you can see, we tap to our target right here, which to be fair, it was my taking partials, and I was targeting 6 times risk reward ratio, something like that. And basically what I did, once we break this specific low right here, I put a stop loss at the break even or slightly in the profit that's gonna cover my fee in case price would basically push a little bit higher and stop me out on the market order. And it's really easy, since I basically take some partials, there is no need for me to basically track my trades on 1 minute time frame, so I switched to 5-minute time frame or 15-minute time frame, and I was basically just monitoring the trade and scalping out a little bit more, because as you can see, we having some sort of imbalance right here, so we basically push price specifically or precisely to that zone. So basically here there was my another target, and then basically price pushing to the upside. I believe this concept is really simple. You just have to following the high time frame structure, and if you miss some trades, you can just literally go to low time frame and then refine your setup, which also in later times can give you much more higher risk reward ratio. So focus on high time frame buys, refine your entry on lower time frame using indicator. To be fair, it doesn't matter which one it will be for confirmation or confluence, and just focus on the partials or the target on the recent highs or the lows. And if you want to learn much more tips, feel free to join our Patreon memberships where we trading side by side, or just subscribe this channel and wait for another video. With that being said, I hope you will have a profitable week.